This is practice A for section 4.6. Is it possible to prove that the triangles are congruent? If so, state the postulate or theorem that you would use. So here are two triangles in number 1. We have a pair of congruent angles and a second pair of congruent angles. And we have included sides that are congruent as well. This is angle, side, angle. In number 2, we got the same two pairs of congruent angles, but now we have congruent sides that are non-included. And their corresponding non-included sides, that's what angle, angle, side looks like. If you see triangles with these marks or these marks, they must be the same size and shape. That's what that means. These arrangement of congruent parts guarantees the triangles are congruent. Here's number 3. We got a pair of congruent sides. We also have another pair of congruent sides because it's the same side on two different triangles. And we have congruent angles in between. Be careful there. Two pairs of congruent sides, one pair of included angles. It's side, angle, side. It's natural in this section when you use angle, side, angle a lot to maybe write that down over here. It's side, angle, side. Okay, we've done this exercise before. State the third congruence that's needed to prove that the triangles are congruent using the given postulate or theorem. So we want to use angle, angle, side. We got congruent sides, we got congruent angles, we need other congruent angles. But we need to make sure that the other congruent angles make these sides non-included, right? So if these are your congruent angles and these are your congruent sides, make sure that the other pair of congruent angles are in a position where it doesn't include the sides. So angle F needs to be congruent to angle C there. Number 5, we'll do this one on the picture. Segment FE is congruent to segment CB. Angle F is congruent to angle C. What else do you need to use angle, side, angle? Well, you need congruent angles up here. You need angle E to be congruent to angle B. Let's use side, angle, side. Here's congruent sides, here's congruent angles. We need congruent sides again, and we need these angles to be included. So segment DF and segment AC live here. Angle F and angle C live here. You need segment EF to be congruent to segment BC. Seven, 8, 9, same exact thing. We're just using different triangles. Okay, so maybe we'll do this one in the picture. Angle, angle, side. We got angle C congruent to angle Z. We got segment AC congruent to segment XZ. What else do you need to use angle, angle, side? You need angle B congruent to angle Y. Next one, we want to use angle, side, angle. So we got angle B congruent to angle Y. We got segment AB congruent to segment XY. We need congruent angles that make these sides included. So we would need angle A to be congruent to angle X. Okay, and then side, angle, side again. We need these angles to be included. We have congruent sides. We need congruent sides over here. So we need another side that has a B in it besides segment BC. So we need segment BA. Notice how that makes angle B included, right? Segment YZ is right here. What's the other segment that has the Y? Segment YX. That makes angle Y included. Okay, so they're going to give you some congruent parts down here. You're going to tell whether you have enough information to say that the triangles are congruent. Well, we got 3 pairs of congruent angles. That's angle, angle, angle. That's not enough to show the triangles are congruent. They might be, but you don't know for sure if they have just those pairs of congruent parts. They could definitely be different triangles. Number 11, we got congruent sides, congruent angles, and congruent angles. This could be angle, angle, side. It could be angle, angle, side, or angle, side, angle. Are these sides included? Is segment JK in between J and L? They're not. Is segment RS between angle R and angle T? They're not. So your congruent sides are non-included, but the triangles are still congruent. This is a congruence method that makes the triangles congruent. Two pairs of congruent angles, one pair of congruent sides. Is it angle, angle, side, or is it angle, side, angle? Is segment KL in between? Yes. Is segment ST in between? Yes. Okay, now I did those three a certain way. Okay, I just was looking to see if they were included or not. If you didn't like the way to do that, maybe you don't understand that way, just draw yourself two triangles and label one triangle KL whatever, and the other one would be ST whatever. Mark your parts. Angle K congruent to angle S. Angle L congruent to angle T. Segment KL congruent to segment ST. See how it's angle, side, angle. If you like doing it that way better, drawing the picture, then do it. You got lots of room. Number 13, they give you two pairs of congruent parts. That's not enough. Doesn't mean they're not congruent. It just means you can't prove they're congruent.